Alyssa and from Gethsemane Baptist Christian School in the 12th grade, and I'll be reciting a speech titled Papa by Christina Johnson. Stephanie loved her father, and in her childlike eyes, they were inseparable. Until a certain incident occurred in their family that would change her life forever. Her father left their family. Confusion and hurt turned into bitterness and anger as she grew. She shut everyone out of her life, including her own mother. Now, after 15 years, Stephanie's father returns to ask for forgiveness from his daughter. Although they had a loving relationship before, her reply to his plea was not at all what he had expected. Her heart had been broken, one that could not be mended. You think you can just come back here and expect everything to be okay? Well, don't you remember that you left us? You left us cold and poor while you drove off with your new wife to live a life of luxury. I remember staying up all night and day waiting for my papa to come home. Day by day, I waited for my papa to come home. I kept telling myself that you love me and you never leave me, but I was wrong. And you left us with Mom, making us think that it was her fault. I didn't realize it until it was almost too late that Mom never drove you away. You chose to leave us. I was alone in a world of chaos. When I was lost, I was going to take my life. Who do you think was there for me? Not my dad. No, not you. It was her, not my papa. My papa was too busy having a good time with his new wife. Well, I hope you had fun because she didn't. We didn't. All I wanted was my papa who was driven away from me. I kept thinking it was my fault and putting the blame on me and Mom. How naive I was. How naive. Did you know? I cried when the doctors told me she was dying. That was something I hadn't done for the 15 years of my life. I cried. And not for my papa, but for my Mom. I cried till I realized something you could never be. A human. A mother and a father. She was all of that while you were nothing. I now know she'll be going somewhere you only dream of. Heaven. You heard me. My mother deserves so much more. But did you care? Of course not. Do you know what she went through? Do you? She worked 3 jobs just so we could afford food and a shack to live in. She worked her fingers to the bones while you drank yourself away with your new wife. She worked night and day for us kids. She didn't have a life. It was just work, work, and work. I barely ever got to see her. And when I did, I could barely even stand to look at her because she looked so sick and defeated. You know, how do you still have the nerve to stand in front of me and say you love me? You love me. Did you love me on my 5th birthday, my 15th Christmas, my graduation? No, you don't love me. I haven't seen or felt your love for 15 years. So to me, my papa died a long time ago, so don't you dare tell me my papa is here now. You may have helped bring me into this world, you left my life and my heart behind you when I was 5. I was only 5 years old. You know, why don't you and your pretty little wife go bother your own children? I don't need you in my life, and neither does my family. Just leave me alone. I'm tired of trying to forgive you. If my mom can live without you, so can I, okay? Those words were exactly what Stephanie's father was expecting to hear. He's guilty, and he knows he deserves it, and so much more. Instead, here are 3 words that left him stunned and speechless. Papa, I forgive you. You see, a year ago, someone shared something with me that changed my life. It was a Saturday. I went home to get something from the house that Mom needed in the hospital. Someone knocked on the door, and I was so tired I was tempted not to answer. Nevertheless, I opened the door, and a big smile greeted me. A lady from down the street was inviting people around the neighborhood to go to church. At first, I said, I'm not interested, and was about to close the door. And then she said she had some good news to share. I'm tired. I was hungry, and my mom is dying in the hospital. I sure could use a little good news right now, I had thought to myself. That news made me realize that I'm a sinner, that I need forgiveness, and that I can have a Father in heaven who can do just that. I will never forget how I felt after praying with that lady. It felt like a huge weight had been lifted off my chest. After that, I ran straight to the hospital to tell Mom the same good news. Because of that decision, I'm able to talk to you today. Let me tell you that same good news too, Papa.